Blessings to all of you. My name is Joshua from Chosen Vessels, the Preacher's channel. Today is 4/13/2019, and the Bible word which we are going to take a close look at today is sin. S-I-N. This is, as a matter of fact, one of the two topics which Yared Ben Yah requested the previous week that we went over. So we are delighted to have the opportunity to do that today, thanks to the booklet titled The Ancient Hebrew Revived, the complete chart, which we strongly recommend to all of you because it will in truth open your mind onto a lot of things once you know what each letter means, once you know the signification behind each letter. However, let us do a quick review of the word that we studied in our previous presentation. So, our previous presentation was about the word conscience. And how do you say conscience in Spanish? It is conciencia, conciencia. And how do you say conscience in modern Hebrew or in Israeli language? It is modaot, modaot. And the word for conscience in the Hebrew, in the ancient Hebrew, is 𤤀ncient, G, ch, and the nya. The G is the heart, and the ch is to catch or to draw in, and the nyam is information. So in conscience, we see heart drawing in information, heart drawing information, Dichinya, and and the process of our heart always learning, always drawing in information happens throughout our life. Wherefore, my conscience, after a while, becomes the makeup of the kind of information that I am allowing in myself. Your conscience, after a while, becomes the sum of the nature of the information that you are drawing in, and it becomes the maxim of your decision. It becomes the reason behind my decisions and the reasons behind everything I do. So it is called conscience. Okay, my heart drawing in information. So all of us, we said, have we will have and each one of us has his or her conscience, and our conscience varies from one person to another person for the simple fact that we all are learning different things at different time. Okay, we're all not equal at this level. Wherefore, it is important that we make sure that we're not exposing ourselves to the wrong kind of information, especially if my desire or if your desire is to develop a good conscience. So, to develop a good conscience, our advice to you is to plug yourself into the Bible, into the Word of God, okay? And by drawing in consistently the Word of God, it'll become your conscience. You will develop a positive and a good conscience. And now, this is the representation of sin in the in the ancient Hebrew, and the word for sin in Spanish is pecado, pecado, and the word for sin in modern Hebrew is chet, chet, and the word for sin in the in the ancient Hebrew is nu-von, the nun and the v. The nun is the element and the v is splinter. So there are details of the nun in number 16 of our booklet, The Ancient Hebrew Revived, the complete chart, and details about the letter V is in number 3 of our Ancient Hebrew Revived complete chart. So the noun and the verb put together, you see this, okay, an element with two head, or as depicted in this image. So a sinner is one with two faces. Okay, to practice sin is to be duplicitous, is to be two-faced, is a double dealing. It is to live a double life, one time good and another time bad. To be a sinner or to sin is to have plurality, and one time we're good, and other times we're bad. You will not be able to tell right off the bat the kind of person I am by simply looking at me, and likewise, I am not able to know or to discern the kind of person you are by simply looking at you. And every now and then, we are appalled at ourselves. We get filled with horror, and we are dismayed at each other. And we say, uh, how did I do that? I cannot believe myself. How did I do that? You know, we get appalled at each other. We say, I can't believe such or such did that to me. I can't believe he or she did that to me, or he or she said that to me. I can't believe that he or she treated me like that. We get horrified at our double nature, one time doing good and another time doing evil. You know, to lie is to have a double personality. The murderer often commits the acts when no one is around. The thief walks in darkness and hope that he or she is not found out. And secretly, the unfaithful betrays the secret vow, and the promiscuous knows no devotion. And malice is hidden anger. You won't know it. And hypocrisy is to condemn and speak evil of the same thing that we ourselves are guilty of. And we as human beings are inconsistent and often vacillate. We waver. Okay, we waver. In other words, we are duplicitous. Okay, we practice plurality. We're not honest. We're inconsistent. We're biased. We are unfaithful. We are dishonest. We are always changing. We lie, and we're unloving, and we like to walk in darkness, and we do vain things. And Yahweh, the Lord, is not like us. Okay, we're talking about duplicity versus singularity. Okay, plurality versus unity. Yahweh is one. The Lord is one. He is consistent. He is unchanging. He shows no partiality. He is faithful. He is honest. He is truthful. He is loving, and he walks uprightly. So, you know, our double nature is a problem. It is a problem. And how then do we uh, put away our evil side? How then do we put our negative side into complete subjection? How then do we become stable and well balanced? The secret, the answer has been revealed long ago in Psalm 119, verse 9. From the KJV, it reads, quote, "Wherewithal," meaning in what way or how, "shall a young man cleanse his way?" And the answer is by taking heed thereto according to thy word, unquote. It is by putting into practice the word of God that we are able, or that we will be able, to completely overcome our negative side. And Galatians chapter 5 verses 24 through 25 reads, quote, "And they that are Christ's have crucified the flesh with the affections and lusts. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit," unquote. So, to be able to walk in the Spirit, to be able to do as the Lord commands, is to have the power to practice singularity, is to have the power to become consistent, is to have the power to be impartial, to be faithful, to be honest, and to be and to walk in the light. And then it is an invitation. It is an invitation to reaching new heights, to learn to shine, to learn to mature in what we say and in what we do. So, in short, this is what sin is according to the ancient Hebrew. It means an element with two, a splintered element, an element with two sides. Okay, plurality and duplicity. So our next presentation, in our next presentation, we will go over the word vanity. Okay, and Solomon used it about 28 times in the book of Ecclesiastes alone. In Exodus chapter 20, verse 7, we read, "Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy Yahweh in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain." So, vanity is a frequent word we see in the Bible, and in Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 14 reads, quote, "I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit," unquote. So we're gonna take a close look at the word vanity, and uh, thanks again for watching, and thanks again for continuing with us. My name again is Joshua. Jesus saves. And until next time.